Okay, and we are live. Perfect. Welcome back to another live stream, y'all. It is me, Connor's Car Reviews. Another evening in which to excel. So, let's begin and send the links out to my friends. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to establish it into the chat, so this way if someone joins in the comments chat, we'll see them there. Okay, now on to Discord. Radio, now the link has been sent out, so now we just gotta wait for the guest. Ooh, excuse me. That's what I get for drinking soda. Okay, so Trackmainamatt says he'll join. He's just got to fix something and then he can join. It's not allowing me in? Huh. That's funny. Okay, hang on, guys. I'm having trouble getting one of the people in here. He's having trouble trying to get in. Give me 1 second. I'm on Discord. Load up. Shut my TV off so this way I don't. So this way I don't like kill my my screen. You got one person watching me. Just trying to wait for the people to come in. Oh, bring it on. Got two people watching me. Okay, so my friend just fixed the issue of why he couldn't get in, so who knows, he might come in. Alright, so just gotta wait for everyone. Okay. Oh, KaneFan701 is here. Let's bring him on.
Hello there, Connor. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too, pal. Hello.
I always wanted to be in these streams, like I said. I'm a little bit, sorry if I'm not in too much chit-chatty form, but like I said, it's the second time I popped in somebody else's stream in a long while, which was very successful. And
I
now I'm
hear
in
that.
yours. Now I'm in yours for the first time because I was planning to do my own, but at the same time, you just popped in, and each time you would ask me in, it would be like wrong place because obviously my wrestling boys will be with me at some point later on, so I'm going to make do with the best of it. So, what's
Right.
up, Connor? What's been going on since we last spoke when you were in my stream back when we were celebrating on Star Wars time?
Well, been doing nothing much lately, mainly because I've been working for the last 2 days of the week lately.
If
I've
you
been
subscribe, I'm not sure if you can subscribe to me or not because I'm trying to find your YouTube channel. Where is it?
Are you sure I subscribed to you?
I think so, but you might want to double check because I might want to double check.
Good thing I got my phone next to me right now.
Yeah, it's a good. And Astro Boy asked if I'm not busy, but like I'm already one step ahead of him, mate. I'm already there waiting.
I'll let him know. Hang on. He's actually in the live stream with me right now, so if
Yeah,
you want to jump on with me right now with
that's
him.
what I said. That's what I just said. I'm already like what 2 minutes ahead of him.
You're quick.
Well, that's because we're in different time zones. That's what it is.
Oh, I see.
So I'll make do what's best, and that and then when my lads come in, I have to get going at some point. But I'll make the best of it until then.
Uh, yeah, it says here I am subscribed to your channel, so
Okay, I'll just have to find your name again.
well, thought you should know too. I actually did change my YouTube channel tag. It's the same one I'm using to represent myself right now.
Okay, I'm just looking down because usually in my subscriptions or whatever, I usually get to know who's live and what's on. So I don't think
Right.
I don't think I think you subscribed to me, but I don't think I got you in return. So
Well, if you want, when you pull me up, look for the logo that I'm using right now. It's a picture of a globe with my name right in front of it.
okay,
That should help you pull it up.
the Connor Anderson name.
Yep. Eh, you can never miss a name like that.
Well, it's only showing multiple names on here.
Huh. Because I mean, I have it as Connor's car review, so
Oh, that's why I forgot. Hang on.
yeah. What did you think I had it as still? You thought I
It's the
still
one.
had.
It's on your icon. Oh, there you are. Now I found you. Oh yeah, I didn't sub to you. There we go. Now I have.
Yeah, now I'm at 165 subs.
Yep, that being me.
Now I'm
I
at
thought you.
166.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So as of Friday, I'm going to fully start begin of my season 2 of full in-depth tour videos on the cars. So we'll see how this goes.
I'm not really a car guy or whatever it is, but I'll still pick up see what happens. And oh, you're gonna try and get Trackmainamatt and Adam Mr. Productions if that rings a bell to me. I'm not so sure.
Yep. I I've done a couple of live streams with them as well. I have.
Fair enough. All
Wow,
right
that's
then. We'll see how that unfolds then.
yeah,
Um,
indeed. If
again, like I
it's
said, again I had you on mine. It was a really good turnout. But yeah.
yeah,
So
well, it didn't really go as planned as I thought it would have been because I thought I could have had the chance to stay on with you throughout the whole stream, but I couldn't though because it was storming that day and my power went out to where I lost you guys.
well, you did stay on for as long as you did, and now I'm returning the favour. Except I've got no power outage whatsoever. I'm just
Oh wow.
nothing. I'm just waiting patiently to see what's going to happen in the next couple of minutes or so because I'm just keeping a sharp eye on my Discord right here.
Astro's actually texting me back, so gonna have to see what he says.
Well, he's taken quite a long while since I got both of you guys in my CSW server because it's my brand new one that I made. Because obviously I was moving on from the old one.
You
Um,
did you
just
ever
one.
join my Discord server that I made?
Which one?
I made a general chat Discord server.
I don't think I was in there.
Let me see. Hang on. I could have sworn.
No, because
Yeah, I'm not seeing you, partner.
I wasn't there.
Oh dear.
That was something completely different. I don't think I joined the
So
this
I'm gonna
way.
have, so it looks like we're gonna have to wait on Astro Boy a bit more because he's actually over at work.
Yeah, well, he's got his away thing. He was online just.
Right. I was actually talking to him yesterday on video chat.
Well, the fact of the matter is that I've got to get, I've got a very busy weekend to get through. I mean, I've just I mean, it's my cousin's birthday. I mean, apparently, and yesterday it was my dad's, and now I've got a busy weekend to get through because Saturday I've got to do a live wrestling podcasting fantasy show that's one of my mates doing, which was supposed to happen tomorrow, but it's been pushed back to Saturday. And then after that, I've got to go to the Titanic expedition of the LEC.
Yeah, Astro Boy did mention something about the Titanic being rebuilt again.
Oh, that's a different thing. I'm talking about the one in my hometown here at the NAC. They're finally doing the biggest expedition, and the first time it's being held there. And I'm going to
Oh
be there.
wow!
Yeah, so I've got a busy one to look forward to. I've got to go in my cosplay. And as a matter of fact, to quote unquote unmask because I'm actually going to put my face reveal in. Um, I, just to show that this is what I got in the mail because I've upgraded my uptime a little bit. Apparently, I got myself my updated version of a Captain Smith hat on it, even though it's actually not a captain hat. It's actually one of the officers that had them. But it's accurate enough anyway, and it fits my head at 58 centimeters, since that's how long my head is.
Yeah, we got somebody backstage right now.
As you can see, it's got the accurate style on it, except without the golden bits on it. But it's
Right,
accurate. It's accurate enough, and it fits my head perfectly at
right.
58 centimeters, because that's how big my head is.
Oh wow. Huh. Okay,
Well, I had
so
to have a I had to have a tape measure once to see how big my head was. Otherwise, I would have got the wrong one.
right. Okay, so let's bring on.
So who else is backstage wanting to join with us?
Hello,
I'm about to find out because he is right here.
how's it going?
Hello.
Hi, so this is a car, a panel about cars, or that's just your name, or
Yeah, that's me. Connor's Car Reviews. That's me.
what's the topic on the panel?
I basically just film cars and put them on my channel, do quick startup videos and that kind of stuff. You know,
That's cool.
cars.
All right. I don't want to make you worried, but then again, I feel the need to give you a slight warning. I've been doing panels now for many, many years, and there's some people who like to disrupt your panel, right? And what they do is there's something I don't know. Have you heard of it? It's called porn bombing or
Huh?
I've been,
gore bombing. So
I,
what they'll do? Go ahead. Sorry.
it's okay. I've been hearing about it. I don't know why. And the fact is, I've had someone arguing with me for the longest period of time on YouTube about my car's engine. Like, why would they want to do that? It's
What's
bonkers.
that about?
It's crazy up here on YouTube, on the YouTube streets. It gets crazy, but there's
Dude,
some things you can do. Okay, so I just wanted to kind of spread the word of what you can do to combat this sort of thing. Trolls are just you're always going to get trolls. It's just a fact of
who
life.
gives a shit about that anyway? I know what that means.
Right. So what you should do is you let me from the basement straight up on panel, right? If I'm not, don't worry about it, I'm not a porn bomber, but if I was, I would have porn in the background of this picture, and then I would flick the cam and have porn, and that would porn bomb you and get your channel in trouble, right? So
Right.
so
This has
so
never happened. This has never happened in my streaming. Never
yeah,
has.
you need to, but you need to be careful. There's a chance that it could happen, right? So it's happened to so many people, honest to God. Don't be overly worried, because if that actually does happen and they do catch you out, what you do is you immediately end the stream, go to your channel and delete it. And then you can restart your stream again. All right.
It's
But
simple.
but
But
don't leave that on your channel. You're going to get in trouble by YouTube. The second thing you can do, right, is you can put a banner. So in your StreamYards, on the side there, you get the options to put up a banner. So what you do is you put up the banner, you allow them up behind the banner, all right, and then you ask them some questions just to make sure that they talk. You ask them to repeat a number, or ask them what is the current time, or something to get them speaking. And generally, right, if they'll answer you, generally they're not a porn bomber. It's not impossible. You have to like work it out, but generally not. All right. So you just have to
Right.
look,
safeguard yourself.
the years I've been using a StreamYard, I've never had this issue. The fact is, only in like private chats or in the comments, you get people like, "Oh, you've got like starting drama" or anything like
Yeah,
that.
trolling. Yeah.
No, like those who just want to have a problem with those bots or whatever the hell they're called, they're not a
Right.
big
Right.
deal. Trust me. I know I've dealt with that easily, and it doesn't even affect me. I've had some who have been ex-friends of mine in the trains community, and some of them are basically underraters, which is disgusting. And they will just say all things to tell me to, shut up this or that or whatever, just to get my attention. Because I remember one time, true story. A couple of years ago, I was praising what's his name, one of my good friends who does amazing storytelling. Who's basically a Doctor Who fan, but he also likes Thomas as well. Hence why he's called Tardy S9, to give you an example. And I was just like, yeah, good name. I was just praising him and what he was doing, what my favorite uh, storytelling he was doing, or like explain the detail and depth he goes with. Just me being very honest about it. And in the chat, all I saw was just one of my ex-buddies called Anthony Berkshire, who, cringe every time I say his name, because he was once a good lad and ended up becoming one of the worst men I ever had to deal with, right? And he was just trying to disrupt me, and it wouldn't work because I could see it in the corner of my left eye. And I was
I
like,
hear that.
and I was paying no attention. I was too busy because once I started focusing on what I was getting at, I was too in tune with what I was saying. And
I
what was
get it.
good,
Yeah.
because once I'm in that zone, I don't look in the chat. I just focus on what's coming off, and then I see the actual reactions of like the positives of what I was saying, which is what I was aiming for. And then my servers would tell me like how many were watching, would pay note of what was said, and they were telling me. And I said, "Dude, I'm aware of it," and they were just literally trying their best to keep the chat going like smoothly. And yet, I was left with no option, and I was like, looked and I was like, "Oh boy!" Like I kept my composure, and at the end of the bit afterwards, after going in, after I invited him in, and then he just kind of just went one off on me.
Yeah.
Like a mental, like absolute mental douche apparently. But that's how I record it. But that's how you will get some people who will just try and disrupt it. And when
That's right.
guys are having fun, there's always going to be somebody in there. But I'm used
Yeah.
to it. It doesn't really bother me. It's just self-seeking attentions who
Yeah.
just want,
I
who
agree.
don't
Yeah.
like me, who just try to get themselves
Right.
noticed by trying to disrupt the chat room. That's what they're
I
doing.
agree. I agree. Yeah. What you can do if you don't want to deal with it at that current time is you can go back and watch the stream, right? And do you know what? You can still ban them at that point.
I've always looked back on mine when I've rewatched a few. That can't happen with my version. I'm not sure if it's capable of that yet, but that's pretty good. I know they've done something like that before, but here's another true factor for you guys. I think you're pretty aware of a few toy about my name and who I am in reality. Again, I'm very well known, very old school around here. Been around since 2008 is how long I've been here for. Um, but what I will say is that I've had people who would come in, right, and it was dealt with, and they would just like steal your stream, like they would record it while they're
Yeah.
streaming. Like I've seen people do this like to get back at some people for the wrong reasons, but there are some who do it deliberately by breaking the rule of privacy, and they
That's
would
right.
try and use it on me.
Well, I have
And
to laugh. I have to laugh too. They think it's funny, but yet it's not. Especially since I also had someone trying to be rude as hell to me in my video that I made back then on my channel because my car died on me one day because of me not touching her for a while. And this guy goes, because the guy's name is Moses, and he goes, maybe it's time for the forensic to go to the junkyard or be traded in. I go, excuse me, I could say just the same thing about your car. Don't ever talk to me about my car like that again, or I will block you. So keep trying me.
well, it's funny because I had that once because everybody keeps using slur sanity words, like online words just to get under my skin. And it doesn't bother me because I wasn't brought up that way, but it does make me feel like why waste time doing that when you're obviously
Yeah.
making a fool of yourself and everybody else can see what you're saying. And
That's
obviously,
right. That's right. We all
yeah,
know what trolls are, Connor. I think maybe that wasn't so bad that he said that. I wouldn't really even like Kane. Is it Kane or Kane? Kane
yep,
fan? Kane is it?
that's
Like
me.
Kane said, I wouldn't let that sort of comment bother you because it's not too bad. When they start causing trouble, that's probably when you should ban them.
Yeah,
Um, but
yeah, I do.
people are going to make comments all the time.
But there are some who do really stand up and they do a good job. Like I've got to that point where it just doesn't bother me anymore. Whereas back as 4
Yeah,
or 5 years ago, it did because of the
yeah,
physical
that's right.
state I was in, because of the not just because of the pandemic and what was going on over in the US and all that BS, but still. But now I'm more used to it. I mean, it's just attention seekers trying to make a name for themselves, where they obviously are never going to get
That's
the
right.
attention they need. And it
Yeah,
makes me wonder what was the motive. And I always wonder what's the motivation that they're like. I always say, without motivation, there's no reason. You know,
yeah,
like that's all I like. That's just how I say it. You know,
yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. But
like
the thing is, right, and I've seen this happen to YouTubers an awful lot, is that the trolls will get to them, right? And this is what the trolls set out to do, is to disrupt your stream, is to disrupt your topic. They want to make you mad, and they want you to concentrate on them in chat, right?
doesn't
So
work. It just doesn't
some,
work.
but it works with some. It works with some
Oh yeah, yeah. At least I've got the
where the
experience.
YouTubers forget about the people who enjoy their stream and are there to take part in the topic, and it's lost because the host will be fighting with trolls. So unless they do something really bad, like Kane said, just ignore it, mate. That's my advice. You do
I
you,
always
though.
keep getting it. I always keep getting it with slurs and discrimination and whatnot because of the the things I had to go through. And I've explained multiple times the reason why the way I am is because of how I was brought up. Very old
Right.
school, man. I was from that 90s, okay? That 90s type of guy. And in the early 2000s. But the difference is the way how things have changed. I think a lot of us have come out very differently since. But I feel like we have much more better awareness and we've all kind of. How should I describe this?
We've grown.
No, not grown. I mean, we're fully as grown men now. I mean, sort of. Me
No,
being
I
so
mean, I mean,
we've
grown.
improved. Yeah, come out
Yeah.
better. But what I
Okay.
meant was, look
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
2020. Was like this is how I'm going to do it in a trains style. Take 2020, we got derailed. Right, 2021, we're like being salvaged up. 2022, we're back on the tracks and we're starting to make our slow movements because that's when we're finally in my opinion, I think that's when we beat the original, pandemic thing. We were allowed back out again. Then last year, we gained momentum and we kind of gotten back to where we kind of left off. And then here we are in 2024, already halfway through the year. I feel like we're back to as we were in 2019 prior to it. So I feel like it's been a big, massive leap, but I think we picked up the pace. But the changes around us don't seem to match what we need. Like we all think of normality when there isn't really no such thing as it, to a degree. But I just think like humanity in general kind of went on itself. And for those of us who were doing the right thing to survive and live, because I said when we come out of this, those who survived, like myself and you guys, the first thing will be is how did we do it? Because we followed the rules, we did what we did, and despite all the
I agree with that.
despite the whole quote unquote politicking and misinformation toxic on social media and even on our TVs that we were getting, for those of us that were listening to more in depth, we were following it the right way. But for those
I
who
mean,
didn't,
you're
and
not
what we
wrong.
saw happen just blew the whole thing up, and why we have people today who are still quote unquote lost in the past, quote unquote, and they're not moving forward like we're trying to do, or trying to re-salvage ourselves, or try and make ourselves the best. It only makes it worse for those people who just want to take advantage to exploit our weaknesses, or maybe we didn't do something right, or even the tiniest mistakes makes a big deal. It's like
Yeah.
if you broke someone's window by accident, or if you crushed someone's dinner plate, or if you just spilt something over, people just make a big. I'm trying to keep myself at that because I'm very passionate about this. It's like if you made the teeny littlest mistake, people just go off like 1,000 all over on you.
Yeah, because all they'll do is just make a fuss about it, and it's no big deal. It could easily be replaced.
Oh yeah, there are things that can be, but there are those who don't make a big deal. Like I've done a few mistakes, but me being Asperger's, part for unmasking my disability, you wouldn't know I was. You know, I've made multiple of them, and I still do. But I don't look at it as a big deal, even though in the back of my head I'm thinking, "Oh, bad mistake. What do I do next?" And yet those get patronized on you. They just make a big deal, and you're thinking to yourself, "What do I do to clear this mess up? What do I do to make this a little better?" Or find where they say there's a will, there's a way. Find what was negative, turn it into a positive, or do it how you see fit. And that's what I've always tried to do.
Yeah,
Just
I like your way of thinking. I really do. I see you. I see you from what you've explained now. I see you as a good person with good morals, a good moral compass.
wow,
Because
man, that dude, that means a lot, man. I'm a little flattered there. That's very rare for me to ever hear on camera.
yeah, that's what I see.
Got
Because
you, man. I got you.
That's
there's a
really
lot
good.
of about the corona. Like there was a lot of people saying it's fake, it's this. Don't get
It
the
wasn't.
vaccine, blah blah blah. But you know what? I saw an actual scientific little documentary about it, right? And what they said was that if you don't get the vaccine, you can get the pandemic, right? Let's say that, because sometimes you have to be careful what words you use.
That's the problem. People say
Yeah,
that we should be careful, and yet when we do it, we're doing it the right way. It's
yeah,
like people should be worried when I'm around because I'm very shades of grey, kind of like what Batman is almost. Because between the two sides, or in Star Wars, for example, and I won't go too far on that because that can make a sensation going off. You're in between the two sides. I'm stuck between the two. But like you said, like I listened to it, I took it deadly serious,
me
and
too, me
I
too.
took it every day as we went along. But like you said, get the vaccination, you're going to
Yeah,
survive.
yeah,
I've took all the vaccinations and the boosters. I'm still
yeah, me
alive.
too, me too, me too.
I mean,
Yeah,
so am I. I
yeah.
mean,
Yeah. Like I listened to all the opinions. I really did. But the point is that for me, that made me say, well, you know what, I'm going to do it. Right, I'm going to take the vaccines, even though I've heard everybody's side, is because the science says that if you don't get the vaccine, right, the virus can mutate within you, then you'll spread that mutation to other people, and people who have been vaccinated for the first corona, your mutation could possibly be immune to that vaccine. So really, I'm saying I could be responsible for somebody else's death if I don't take the vaccine. Even if I
Well,
don't die myself, even if I survive, I could be responsible for others' deaths. So I said, well, I'm
well,
taking the vaccine.
well, I looked at it that way of like, oh man, this is a touchy one. But I've always said it this way. I waited. I was going to take that vaccination only after it was tested, and if it worked out, then I would do it. But the thing was, I had a bad phobia of taking injections. It's not the fact of having it done that mattered, it's the aftermath. And trust me, this has done wonders for me. I can't believe how I did this. But after my nan took it and others, because the elderly were more desperate than we were.
That's
So I
right.
felt like we will only need it only if it's necessary. This is what I was theoretically thinking, but it turned out we all needed it regardless. So,
Yeah,
and here's the thing, true story. Sadly, though, my dad, had the vaccination, and it was good. He had it because that's when he caught it. It's the only time he had it, and he was in bed for weeks. If he had it for another 2 more days, he would have passed. But he survived it somehow by the skin of his
wow,
teeth. And
thank
it
God.
worked. That was proof that vaccination can work. And
Yeah,
that's when, and then sadly, well, not sadly, but I ended up catching the whole thing, not from him, but it turned out the entire time I had been with it for 4 weeks. And when I had my testing done, which was a bit horrible, but it was worth going for, it turned out that this is the funny thing about it. I was over the worst of it already. And I didn't have to take a week off or whatever it was. All I was given was just 4 days and I would have been back to normal. And
right.
I was tested positive afterwards for a second time. But the thing was, the vaccination wasn't ready when I had it the first time around. But the second time I had it was when they first started rolling them out. And at the time when I had it for the first time, I thought I was going to go because they were counting like once you've got it, you've got 29 days and that's it. You're basically gonna go. And I felt like I was counting my last days. And
yeah,
when day 30 passed, I was still here. Turned out I had a very strong immune system. But I still question to this day, even 3 years on or 4, whatever the heck it is, just how strong was my immune system. And I've been seeing a few of those documentaries. They show what it might look like if it's blue or yellow or whatever it is. Like, that's the strength of them. I still don't know what mine is. And
it was strong enough. It was strong enough.
Yeah, but
beat Corona, right?
but just how? That's the bigger question I always keep getting. Just how on a scale? Then I know how.
I think it fluctuates, right? I think it depends on your diet, depends on your lifestyle, depends on a lot of things, and it will fluctuate.
I still can't understand how, because Dad said because you're younger. Yeah,
also,
that's true. That's one key factor, but I still want to know what it would have looked like.
Guys, thought you guys might want to know too, but Astro Boy just arrived, so he's coming on right now.
We can continue with this anyway. It just gets better and better. The more people that pop in, the better I get at communicating, because obviously I don't want to keep dominating. But the thing is, with my condition and how I have a disability, like when I start communicating, I can't stop.
Hey, no problem. Hey,
I try and do it for entertainment. I try and entertain it slightly with some slice of reality to get my point across.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's just, that's what happened, you know. And here's the funny thing: my first vaccination was quite painless. I didn't feel it go in, but I will admit they said this, and I think this goes for everybody, whether you're in the US or whether you're in Canada or whatever parts of Europe or in the far east or wherever you were in. This is what they said: you will actually get a reaction. Like, if it was done 15 minutes afterwards, then that means the vaccination is not selling in right, or that means you may have had it, or could be any signs of it. But they said if you get the reaction within 24 hours after you have it done, that's normal, completely normal, and the virus is just settling in and it goes to work, you know. And it was right. They told me you would get 3 stages. First one is when you will feel very, very cold and your teeth will uncontrollably chatter, and that happened for 30 minutes. That's the first stage. And I remember that was scary enough. Secondly, you will get like as you're experiencing a cramp pain or whatever. But mine happened in my legs. And it felt like someone had took my legs off. And it went all the way up my body, straight past me. And I thought I was dying, because I thought they injected me with the deadly thing. What the BS rumors said, which wasn't true. It was just the virus fighting its way through. And it didn't go through my arms. That's the funny thing, right? So I could still feel my shoulders and my fingers and everything else. And that was painful enough. Then it went all the way through my head. And then for the next 6 days, it was right here at the top of my head where it peaked. And that was it. By day 7, it was gone. That was the first reaction of the virus, of the vaccination. And that was normal. They said that was the normal reaction you were going to get. And I was fine. The original one was gone. Like the vaccination, the original COVID had died out by that point. So we'd beaten it. Then various free, or whatever the hell it was called, or whatever it was. And then I had to take the booster one. That didn't last too well, because obviously it was just a weak one, but it still worked. Oh, it seems like someone's dinging on.
Yeah, my phone does that. I don't know what it is. It doesn't give me. It doesn't give me my messages right when they come, but then it'll give it to me all at once, and it'll be like ding 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 ding.
Maybe there's a problem with connection, or it could be just a.
It could be my internet. Yeah, it's probably my internet. To be honest,
yeah, it depends where you are.
So sometimes it always happens. Like if you don't have no connections, like you can't receive the messages if someone has already sent it to you.
Yeah,
you're not wrong, buddy.
Either ways, though, the second vaccination I had, let's just say that made me feel dizzy for 3 days. Like, my head was awake, but my eyes were like so blurry I couldn't even open them up. But I could hear right, and I knew where I was. But it's like I was so blurry, and that was a normal effect. What the second one that was doing, the second one I had, and that was fine for 3 days. But I was drowsy. You know, that's the effect it was going to have. So that was normal. But since then, having the boosters and, well, actually before I had that, the second one made me feel like I had something here in the middle where my hands are. That's when I felt like a major thing. It was as if my whole thing was going to crack out or whatever it was. For 3 hours. That was painful. But it was the
I mean,
vaccination.
trust me,
It was the vaccination settling in, and since then, and having the boosters and all the others I've had since, no reaction. So obviously I've settled in on it, and it turns out each one I've had, well, I wouldn't say painful. I don't feel it go in, but when it goes out, that's when I feel obviously it's gonna, either my arm's gonna start bleeding or I'm gonna get swelling. That's normal. The only way I counteract it is when I put my head. This is what I do when I take the vaccination, and or to counter anything, I have to put my headsets in, and I put my putting my phone in, and I have to put on something that's going to make me laugh, or something just to kind of, because I don't watch it go in because I know it's coming in because I can just see it at the corner of my left eye, but I don't see it go in because I don't feel the prickly feeling until it goes out. All right, it's just the whole taking it out thing I'll feel, because they're that small. They're that small, you don't notice. They're not big like we have in the US or anywhere else. So I get the teeny ones, but I have to see it first in order to believe, what the doctor will do. But I trust them, so I can see what's going to go in to protect me, because that's just me to be reassured. I mean, my phobia's thing's gone. My phobia's gone, but I just don't like the fact that I know what the aftermath's going to give me, and that's what I can't stand. It's not having it done that counts; it's the aftermath. That's what I always worry about.
Kane, I trust you, dude. Trust me. I get that feeling. I know what it's like to have the booster because trust me, there were times I had the virus and man, it got me screwed up. And I'll tell you, when I had the booster, like the vaccination, when I had it,
The
it
winter
got me
one, the
the
winter
COVID
booster.
ones, like the booster. Yeah, when I had it, oh my god! Every time I got it, it made me so loopy throughout the whole night. I did not want to wake up the next day.
That's basically what you had was just a normal reaction. It's meant to do that. That's how you tackle the. That's how it tackles the quote unquote invisibility killer that could be lurking. But it just makes you stronger and more healthier. But since then, I've never had an issue. I don't overheat or whatever. But I have
I
to
don't
take.
get. I haven't had. I didn't usually get that issue too. After I had it, it's
That's
just
the
that
only
every
time.
night. Yeah, it's just every single night. Whenever I was sleeping, I got so loopy. I did not want to wake up the next day.
I was fine. It was gone by then. It's just during the night or whatever the case. But the good thing is though, it double protects me. And of course, when winter comes around, everybody in Britain, like me, have to take what's called the winter jabs to protect you from. And what they did, I think this is different to what you guys have in the US, because here in the UK, we have ours sometimes early or sometimes a bit later on, because in the winter, everybody catches the cold. And me being prematurely, that's because I was born prematurely, I have to have it a lot. Like, just once is enough, but once I'm in, I will be cold free for the 12 months for the
I
entire
get
year.
I get a
But it's,
flu shot in winter. Flu shot. Is that what you get? Is that what you're
yeah,
talking
it's
about?
just a flu shot. I call them a
Yeah.
flu shot, or whatever they call it. It has different variations. It's still the same thing. It's just called a winter jab, as we call them. But it works. It goes in the same spot where I had my COVID thing, and that's what's made it more painless. In the same position, and all I ever get is mainly the three things. You either get a bowel thing where you feel this or that, you get hot or cold, which is what I usually get, and then you'll get basically a swelling. But the thing is, once my arm's swelled, I feel like I've put weight back in. So it's quite funny. But they always put a thing on in case my arm's bleeding. But
They
thing
always
is,
did that for me as well. Whenever I had the flu shot.
but that's only because in case it starts to drip or whatever or leak, just to protect it. That's the thing it is. But the best thing is for me is having it done when I'm half asleep. And a few winters ago, I noticed this is kind of a funny conversation we're having in your stream, Connor. But whenever I'm around, if this is what will happen, I'll take one topic to make it intriguing. You
I
know,
hear you. I
I
hear
mean,
you.
I try and tell it from an entertainment sort of way to try and vision in your head. I remember a few winters ago, we had to wait until the following year or whatever it was. This was, I think, 2021 or 22 or whatever the hell it was in. I think it was during spring, I think it was, because we had to backpedal on the jabs again because there was a delay in production. And eventually they had I was doing at 8 or 9 or whatever the hell it was in. And I was still half asleep. I knew I was going to have it done, but my head was completely somewhere else. So I completely didn't know what the hell happened. And as soon as I took that shot in, I was still mumbling because I was still half asleep. right? I mean, it's typical for a Brit like me. When you wake up, you feel like you just had one too many. But okay, that's how it feels when you try and wake up from sleep. Had it done. Before I know it, all I felt was a bit of a prickly feeling, and next thing you know, my eyes are just swollen open, and all I just didn't feel nothing. Didn't feel the whole thing go in. The next thing you know, I was cold free for 12 months. And next thing you know, I'm wide awake, chit-chatting as if someone just gave me a boost up the rear. That's what it felt like. Pain, and it was completely painless, and the quickest I had in what? About 0.5 seconds, that was it.
And trust me, whenever I go to wake myself up every morning,
That
I
woke
use
me
a
up.
drink for that.
Yeah, that woke me up, and I was just relieved. I didn't even know exactly what happened. Just like might be more of a Power Ranger thing, or whatever that is.
Trust me, I always use coffee every morning to wake myself up. So yeah.
Oh,
Same here.
I have cocoa. I have Cadbury chocolate, Galaxy chocolate, which we've just started having. All kinds of just to keep me warm in the winter. Thing is, though, to wake
I don't
me up,
think I ever heard of that stuff you just mentioned. I don't think I ever heard of that one.
we've just started bringing Maltesers into for drinking. I tell you, it's something that we Brits are inventing. Just check it out. If you guys want to get some of that, check it out on Amazon or eBay, or do something like that. You might find something good.
I didn't even know eBay sells that.
I don't know, but that's if you want to get something from over here in the UK, try and find some shopping online or something like that, and you might get something. Because we're starting to get some of your stuff over in our stores.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so we're sharing some US products, which is good. I just wish
Yeah.
it could be good for some of the shops that have been closed, like some of the big ones. Why don't we just incorporate what you guys got? Like, why don't we have a 50-50 in Walmart? Make it, do co-promotion with both the US and the UK. Do some good business,
I love Dr. Pepper, but I've got type 2 diabetes, so I have to try to get the sugarless
Oh,
type.
I get it. Well, I'm a very heavy drinker. Well, I'm a slow drinker, but when it's summer, I drink heavily a lot.
Yeah.
Just to keep myself hydrated.
Really?
I get
Watch
that
out,
a lot.
watch out for that sugar, guys. It's the enemy. Sugar is the enemy.
I always need to get that drilling kicking in. You know what I mean? Not like not the illegal drilling, but you get my drift. To keep my head wrapped in. If I'm thinking of something.
Speaking about drinks, I always like my favorite ones like Coca-Cola or maybe Pepsi. Those are the two
Right.
drinks I always like.
But it's full of sugar. So much sugar. It's crazy.
Well, I've cut back on it, to be honest. On a lot.
Everything in moderation. Just don't overdo it with that sugar. It's dangerous stuff.
Well, I mean, trust me,
I'm
you guys are not the only ones who have had issues like something like that. Me, on the other hand, it's not the drinks that were affecting me on weight, but it was the food I was eating because it had so many carbs and stuff. I couldn't help it. It was like all the food I had was so delicious. Like it had a lot of carbs and everything. That's how I gained a lot of pounds, and I've been trying so hard to lose it. I don't know, was it this month? I think it was. As of the first month of July, which was this year still, I ended up gaining 230 pounds.
Yeah, I've got it.
You know what? If you quit sugar as much as you can, you will lose weight, man. You will lose weight. Like carbs by themselves aren't an issue. I'm talking about healthy carbs, like vegetables are carbs, right? So
Well, listen to me. It wasn't really the sugar that was killing me on the weight. It was mainly all the carbs I was eating because I think I may have had over a few more loads of the carbs I was supposed to have over my limit.
Right.
And what really kills me at this point is I went for blood work one day at my doctor's appointment. Literally found out all my other vitamins are up to date, but my vitamin D is literally out of service, which is why
that's an important one. Yeah,
I'm on meds for it.
Guys, I'll be right back.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay, take your time.
Sure.
Man, my phone keeps overheating every time when I always join in on every stream. Like it always have that issue.
That is interesting.
Is it an older phone or?
I actually got this 4 years ago.
That's
So it's
kind of
not that
old.
then.
Well, 4 years is kind of old. I change mine every 2 years
I
because
actually
you know
got
what,
I
the
got my
battery.
newest one, which is my iPhone 6 right here. I got this one as of this year. I think I bought it about 2 months ago. And this boy's been giving less issues than I thought.
Nice.
The only few things I cannot do is I can't seem to shut off the screen brightness on this thing. And I can't even download some of the apps I've been looking for to have it on there.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's
That's
like
good.
that's just like a load of like two issues.
Man,
You know
if I ever be able to download Discord on my computer, and then I would re-enter my same name there, probably it would be easier for me to join the live streams on my laptop. That's even more better.
Right.
Oh yeah, definitely better.
Yeah, because I'm getting tired of having my phone overheating every time when I join in on a stream.
Yeah. Go on your laptop's much better. But sorry, just before we move on, right? I know an awful lot about the subject, about diet subject, right? So, if you cut out certain carbs, do you think you're able to give up bread, pasta, right, and any root vegetables like potatoes, anything that has starch in it? So
I don't
any vegetable that grows on the ground. If you
well
give up bread, that's a big one.
well I mean here's the thing though. I don't usually eat a lot of veggies. The only kind of veggies I'll eat these days are carrots and corn. But I don't usually eat like mashed potatoes, that kind of stuff. But the main reason why I've had my over limit of the carbs was because of all the canned food I've been having. Like I've been having like this guy's canned food stuff. It's Chef Boyardee. Like he makes a lot of good canned food stuff. I've had his canned food stuff for a good long time, and that's what caused all the issues with my carbs.
Yeah.
That's what.
Watch out for highly processed food. You're better off eating just whole food. You know what I mean by whole food?
Yeah, I mean, I know what you mean. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I know. It's just I've not. It's not been easy for me to cut back on
I
that chicken.
understand. I
It's not
understand,
easy.
man. I love pizza. I love bread. I
Oh,
love
pizza.
pasta.
I
But
always
I
love
can't eat
pizza.
that
My favorite
anymore.
place is definitely Little Caesars.
Yeah, but I
The
can't
only
Hey,
eat
place,
same
that
here.
anymore.
the
I
only,
can't.
the only
I
place I
can't
ever
eat
go to,
chocolate. I can't eat chips. I can't
the
eat
only place I've
rice.
ever been to was Frankie and Benny's, and that's where I had my first garlic pizza, and that's the only thing you'll ever see me eat with different types of meats on it because I have to eat garlic. It's good for my stomach.
Yeah, garlic is good. Garlic's
Wow,
very good. But
I
do you
see.
know stuffed crust pizzas where they put cheese inside the crust? Oh,
No,
I
no, I have to eat
love
plain garlic bread thing because I have a very strange diet.
it. But I can't eat that stuff anymore with the diabetes, you know.
The others.
Well, I can, but I'm just gonna mess up my body, right? I'm just gonna. I could go blind, and that's what's motivating me to stick to my diet. Like you can lose limbs and stuff from diabetes, but going blind, I could not handle. I'm a visual person. Take my hearing, take my arms, take my legs, but please, not my sight.
Hmm.
You know, no
Well,
doing stuff, no
speaking of having,
gaming,
that's
no
why I've got
nothing.
these glasses on because of being on this computer all day because of me, because of my right eye. That's why. In any cases, I can still see out both eyes. Um, but I've had to have like a total of well, I think it took 25 years to get my hearing to sound good like a normal human because I've had like nearly 10 operations on my hearing because of my prematuring. So
10 operations?
almost one short. So in total, I've had 9
Crikey, dude.
because I had
Oh,
grommets in,
man.
A
and they
lot.
would always fail every 6 months, go back in, because of, let's just say my prematurely birth was it was sort of a miracle that I lived, you know.
I hear ya.
No, because back here around where my head's pointing at, that's
Excuse the
where I had a
pun.
bleed. That's where I had a brain tumor bleed in the back of my head. That could have killed me.
Oh yeah,
That
really.
Oh
part of my
my
head's dead.
god.
That part of the back of my head's dead. Even though
Have
I'm
you
not
ever
washed.
I'm just
have you
lucky
ever
you
seen?
survived. If you hadn't survived, how would your channel be able to keep going through?
Well, it's because I don't consider myself fully brain dead, but that's why my brain's not completely in tuned. like others would, that's where my autism would come in. At the age of 4, I had it diagnosed. I wasn't born with it though. So if I was to become a father and have, children, if I wanted to, I have a good chance of not passing it on. But I'm always curious, because I don't want to pass on what I've gone through, especially in today's time. Yeah, been there, done that. Ain't no surprise. It's completely different from what I was experiencing.
You snagged my mom's catchphrase.
But
I
you
think
don't,
everybody
You snagged it.
you don't seem so
didn't
bad.
realize it, Mel. I
You
think
seem so
everybody,
bad.
I think everybody has that same catchphrase without even knowing it, and maybe that's a good thing.
I wouldn't
No,
worry
you
about
should say that
passing it
all
on.
the time.
I
Also,
wouldn't worry
I
about
found
passing it
I
on to
found
children. It's not that
I
bad.
found I found 3 photos of the X-10A class of tank engines that are owned by the Canadian National Railway in Canada.
Ooh.
Nice. Before we get into the train stuff, pal, before we do that, Astro, I mean, I'll tell you what, Connor, like I said, despite this and having my diagnosis, in the 90s, let's just say this future as well, because very intriguing, man.
Right.
Let's just say my birthing was so, because mom and dad had waited 12 years to actually have an offspring, and I came into the picture, but I wasn't perfect.
Well, I mean,
That,
just
I,
look at it this way. The most important thing is you're still alive to this day.
oh, I
And
did. I passed. What happened was I passed the halfway point, so I was, up the danger section of being premature, like from fatality. But it worked out, and I didn't come out normal. I was out sideways. Never. And the thing is, what mum will tell you, I never moved. I was basically still, didn't move. So
right.
yeah, I didn't move around when I was developing. I was just almost like a dead man inside. And eventually, I came out sideways. Mum couldn't get me out. I had to be cut out, which was I think was the best option. I was given zero chance
Section.
of survival.
I think they
I
call
was
it
given,
cesarean section, right?
yeah, that's right. Mom did lose a lot because she nearly went with me.
Yeah.
We both didn't make it.
But I don't think anybody's born perfect. I really don't. I don't think there is any perfect humans.
No, but I mean, then it would have been. I did look quite good when, but I was given zero chance of survival. That's why they wrote in the Sunday Mercury back in the UK. They called me Fighter Barker because I was a little fighter that didn't give in, and I just fought on. And eventually, what saved me afterwards, I had to drop weight. I don't know much I was then, but I dropped, and this is what will shock you, because I went on the Guinness record of being the 44th smallest baby in the UK. And do you know
Wow.
how much I was?
How much?
Apparently I was £1 and 4 ounces. That's how small I was.
Whoa.
That's small. That is small.
No size. And if you want to know how long I was, I'll give you an idea. You know the full grown length of a Goliath bird eating spider's leg, a female that has a width span of up to 12 inches, as long as a
Yeah.
ruler. That's how long I was.
Oh, wow.
The size of a ruler. That's how small I was.
Hey, you made it
I did.
through all that adversity.
People said I wasn't going to make it to my first Christmas, but I did it. And when I got to high school, they thought I wasn't going to graduate through it. I went through Lickey, I went through Waisley, which is where much of my, severe blindness came through, which is what made me where I am now. Because my innocence is, you know what I mean. I'm still but I mean, my innocence and kindness was taken from me a lot. So I know what it's like to be, what we spoke about earlier through Tyre when it comes to. The next time we talk about this, it'll be sometime different, but I'm just giving you a little insight. And people thought I wasn't going to make it. I did it. They did everything they could. All those guys in high school, they were all doing their best to get me out because I was the most picked on student you could ever lay his eyes on. But my headmaster never gave up on me. Best student ever of all. But I did get my own back personally when I reached sixth form. But I wasn't ready for college by 2009. Because I was ready until I was thinking about 2010. I was going to make the transfer. But they did it earlier on, and it got me out. And eventually, college really shaped me up. Not like the Navy way when they shape you up in the military, but it did make me feel like this is what I should have had when I was in my special needs. but not special needs. I mean, when you have someone with you to make you more like you can fit in. That's
Uh,
what they did in college, and they said I wouldn't graduate. A lot of students doubted me, not cruelly, but they were unsure. But in 2013, I did it. Graduated.
Congratulations.
Yep, I graduated in 2013, and I was
Nice.
ready for. And I was ready.
I
'Cause I
actually
felt like,
graduated this month. Actually, I think yeah, 13th. Yeah, 13th. I graduated the 13th of this month from my school.
Nice.
Actually,
Congratulations also.
well, the thing is though, since my graduation, I still haven't had a job because the company I was going to work for went out of business because I have a second degree and a third degree in media because I'm a really good video editor. But since 2017 or 18, since I had to be discounted from the Thomas fandom for obvious reasons because my personal life and here was clashing, and then after my thing died out, my AMAC, after everything I was working on was gone, I lost my passion for everything, and I basically had to go back to my old ways, which was basically writing, doing fanfics, and doing imagery editing. But that's why you see on my channel I barely make any videos because I'm semi-retired. Until I can find another editing thing and do whatever I can, then I can get back in the ball game. But
Yeah,
the
never
way
give
how
up.
things,
right.
the way how things have been since we've come through the pandemic and outwards, because that was going to be my option when everybody was lost their business. I was going to use that to try and get into it. Turned out that didn't work out in my favor either
Oh boy.
because people got back before I did. And again, I just feel like ever since that's happened, I felt like it's like no matter what I do or talk about, like what we're talking here, it's like this revolving verbal door that doesn't want to stop closing. It's like they only pick out certain people. I mean, I've spoken publicly about this. Like, people like myself shouldn't be overlooked. We've got something. We're gifted. We're talented. Just because we have a disability does not mean we're alienated or elsewhere. We've got an alternate
Absolutely not.
mindset that can make the quote normal people think otherwise. We've got something there that they don't have. And they don't want to pick us in because they think we're going to like take their spot, quote unquote, or put them out of business. And I've seen this happen. They'll take the severe ones who can't communicate, who are like lost in their own worlds, and boom, that's it. Because one of my friends, ex-friends, who's now a transgender, unfortunately, told me this. In America, he did 5 jobs, and for no odd reason, was fired 5 times with no reason. True story. No application at all. And he was doing his job perfectionally.
Oh wait, Kane, you said your wrestling lads were supposed to be joining you at some point. You know what time they're supposed to be joining you?
Well, I don't know if you heard a ding ding coming there because that was a ringtone going off. One of my mates just told me right now, he's saying he's on right now, so I might have to get going at some point, but I just need to finish this off so you guys get before I do.
If you want, you can actually start joining them. I've got no problem if you do.
That's what I mean. He's just telling me right now. But before I get this out of my system, like I said, but despite all that now, where I'm at right now in my life after rebounding, I feel happy where I am. I just want the whole thing around me. Like, you know what I mean? I'm happy with who I am, but what's around me at this moment isn't quite fitting for me. You know what I mean? It's like we can fit ourselves in.
Right.
It's like it's gone like, what's the word? It's like things have gone turned inside out. Like we can fit in the world, but the world can't fit with us. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like you got to think outside the box. Now you're in the box, but you don't know if you. Sorry, that's my autism word kicking in now. But either ways, I'm happy where I'm at. But it's just like all the ordeals I've had to go through haven't physically left me. I mean, I've always got to remember where I came from. That's how I've been. I mean, people of today, like you guys are here listening out because you're so intrigued. That's when you know people are listening and they know that's the real humanity of society. You listen to people, you hear their sides, and like Futai told me earlier on, which meant a lot, man. Honestly.
Yeah, no, I meant it.
Yeah, I get you.
I just feel like nowadays we may have come out of the most terrible times we've had, but it's like it's just getting worse with all the BS political stuff and all the other shenanigans that taping out the real people to know where we come from. Like we can make our own ways, but not following certain things that that would mean nothing. Or I mean, we can live our own lives, But
That's right.
but I feel like we're in the shades of grey area. That's where we are, like in between the two zones, and I've always been smack dab in the middle.
Yeah. So somebody once said to me, "Be the change you want. Be that change. Don't wait for somebody to do it for you or for it to come to you. If you feel like things should be this way, do it. You do it. Do you get me?
That's what I used to do, but the way things are, you have to. I'm very patient. I like you say, I would like come to me if I need to, or if somebody needs to do it for me, just to reassure him, because obviously I have to have somebody just to make sure I'm going about it the right way in case I screw up. That's how I am. But I still want to help other people. But
Yeah, nice.
I have to. The thing is with me, I can sometimes be independent, and then all of a sudden I can lose it. And it comes back to me, and that's the kind of struggle I get with. Like, it's we all hear the old saying, we all want to be our own people. You know what I mean? Be our own man.
Yeah.
And that's something that's almost like rejected nowadays. It's almost like you can't be that way anymore. Like in today's standards, it's like everything that we grew up with doesn't match our modern day times, and yet I've seen a lot of nostalgia stuff come back. Like we see a lot of things in music on TV or things that we're seeing that we were growing up watching with coming back and helping the newer generation. And it does seem to be working. Yet you'll always have those on the social media who will just try and, slander it like as if it's not the right way. Like, like I know for a fact me and Astro talked about it with trains and whatnot. It's we kind of made a few points about this once when we said about Amtrak. Like they're just so bad, they'll do anything to mess up the railway system in America. Despite the fact they do some good stuff and they've been around for as long as they have, they just seem to be like cutting out the steam public. Like they don't let 44, 49 run out as much.
44, 49. Oh, daylight.
Yeah.
Yes, daylight.
Basically, as I like to call, I don't always like to compare it, but I do because I am that type of a person. I like to compare 44, 49 as the Flying Scotsman of the United States because it's the most lovable locomotive in terms of being beautiful. But I think all the other locomotives in the US could rival Scotsman all in one go because you got 611, you got 844, you got all the other engines who had their own fame, but I feel like they can be on equal footing almost identically to Flying Scotsman. But I'm just trying to say.
Sorry to interrupt you for a second. My cat's crying. I got to check why it's crying. Okay. I'll be back in a second.
It's all right. But to give my point, what I was saying, Astro, I mean, Amtrak have literally been as if they're trying to cut down on all steam programs that can run their tracks, which are making it very difficult for the bigger steams to run on lines that they can afford.
Well, it's probably may have to guess that it's probably have to be due to lots of traffic issues.
If they could cut back on their traffic issuing, if they're not doing too much, that should be the chance for American Steam to kind of expand and maybe take their stuff. You know what I mean? Like hell, right. If this worked, why didn't Amtrak? Now, say if I got a what if? What if?
Yeah, well, here's the thing.
If Amtrak incorporated a new Steam program for them to help cover up, in terms of like doing the things that they can't do, let them handle it. To handle the traffic as an extra backup supply, and it could do wonderful business in today and age for the American transport. Like you can't just rely on steam.
Well,
you can't rely on diesel
that would be the main issue, though, because back in the old days when Amtrak was formed, freight railroad companies were not allowed to keep some of their passenger trains under their wing because of the FRA.
That's what I mean. If they can get rid of the FRA or whatever they're called, then Amtrak will be in a much better position. I mean, they can't keep
FRA stands for Federal Railroad Administrations.
Right.
I think this one needs to be abolished and get a new one in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if the Class 1 railroads would still have their passenger trains, people would still prefer to take road travel and air travel instead of trains, and all America's railroads were falling into bankruptcy and left into dust.
But still, I still feel like it would be nice if you had an Amtrak steam engine. I mean, heck, I don't think Amtrak ever had one. And think about it, if that would work, imagine the amount of money it would make.
Right.
It would kind of work
and maybe sooner or later, like in the future, they would probably allow to let like one of the GG1s to be running on excursion trains in the Northeast Corridor. like it once did all those years ago.
What about those ones? You know those Amtraks, not the ones that run in red, white, and blue. There's one that's called like a cream and green version, and they run like very, very, very fast in the northwest somewhere. You know which ones I'm referring to?
Hmm.
They're Amtrak related, but they're green and cream like style.
Sorry, guys, I have to go. My cat caught a mouse, and there's
Oh,
blood.
Oh,
Ooh.
There's blood on the kitchen floor, so I'm gonna have to clean up.
oh dear.
oh dear.
Mouse out of the house.
Well, at least the cat's done something good, mate.
Yeah, he's bringing me a present. In his mind. To me, it's kind
Oh.
of gross, but
Oh, jeez. Well, to be quite honest, we've lasted for 1 hour and 11 minutes and 5 seconds together, all four of us, so we did quite well there.
yeah. Thanks for having me up. It was really nice to meet you guys.
You're
And,
welcome.
Hey, no problem.
know-
It's very nice to meet you too, man.
The
Yeah,
next time we meet up, you can always find me on my channel, and you never know where I'll be streaming. If you have further connection, you can find me on my DA, short for DeviantArt, and also find me on Discord too.
all right. Your
Yeah,
channel's called.
you can also find me on my YouTube channel and on Discord too.
All right. I tend not to use Discord too much. I just use it for I do a little bit of gaming. I play Ark. Have you heard of Ark?
I've heard of it, yeah, but if you ever
So-
want to, you can do further communication that way and join other
Yeah,
servers. You'll feel right at home with.
I don't really like it. I don't really like Discord. I only do it because they ask me to do it if I want to join their servers. But Discord is I just never got into it, But I will if you put your channel in the private chat there, guys, I'll sub up, no problem.
Let me just do it here quickly.
Yeah,
and I'll-
because
I'll probably get
well,
going in a bit.
let me tell you how much subscribers I have just got. I have reached 497 subscribers.
Congratulations.
I'm almost reaching 500.
Very
Okay,
good.
mate, here's in the private chat. There I am. That's where you find me. And with me, I've got 481 videos. Although I had to get rid of some
Wow.
because I did. And I've got 18.2k subs.
Very good. Very nice.
Actually, I've actually
how
got
long I've been.
166 subs and I've got 123 videos.
Congratulations. Very nice.
Thank you. Now you said you might have to go because you're a cat, right?
Yeah. But if
I've gotta get
Astro, if
Yeah.
you want to put in your link, and I can sub up if you want. It's up
Yeah.
to you.
Sure.
Hey,
Let me
Connor,
just
I've gotta get
type
going
down
now
the
too.
channel names. That way you can find it. Cause, you know,
All right.
hang on.
Connor, I've subbed to you. So.
Hey, Connor, I've got to get going now, guys, but it was an honor to have you guys in. So, again, I'll catch you at some point. So, I'll see you guys at a later time. See you,
All right, see you
future.
later.
Oh,
Nice to meet you.
Kane,
Yeah, Connor.
before you go, you said you are talking about the engine that you told me that's almost like similar to Amtrak's, but something different, right?
Yes.
Do you think you might be able to show me some pictures so that way I could see it?
What I'll do is I'll see if I can. Hang on.
All right, there. I'm
Yeah,
subbed.
you
Okay,
could
guys,
send
see you
me
later.
the pictures on direct message on
There
Discord
it
if you
is.
want to.
There it is. There it is. It's actually, you know what? Let me just do this very, very quickly. I'll just do it this way.
Okay.
Before then,
Go
it's
ahead.
easier.
I like that avatar you've got on your thing right now, Astro.
Thank you.
I like that.
Mhm.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Guy, can you see on my share screening at all?
Hang on. I'm gonna add it to the stage right now. Hang on. It should be.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Let's
These ones
see.
here. It's these ones I was referring to.
Hmm.
This is the Amtrak I was referring to. Yeah, the Cascades. This one.
Oh, Amtrak Cascades trains. Yeah, I know what you're referring to.
These are the ones
Astro. Just see. No, I'll be right back. I gotta go feed my cats quickly, so I'll be right back.
All right, take
Yeah,
your
hang
time,
on.
man.
Astro, this was
That's
the one.
only
I
gonna
was-
take me a few seconds, so I will be right back.
All right.
This was what I was trying to refer to. They had these different types of diesels on them as well. There it is. This is the one I was referring to. This version of them.
Yeah, because Amtrak has 4 different kinds of names that they always use. Sometimes there's also Amtrak California trains.
Yeah, now I will say, despite what I think of Amtrak, I think these ones, these ones, I think are the best in terms of the high speeds of today. So I'm not saying I like them, but I do think their scheme makes them stand out quite nice. Although I just find it bizarre that they've always made, the coaches so thin while they made the diesels look so tall. And it almost makes you feel like they've become too spineless. But at the same time, they are very, very good in terms of
Yeah,
their
those cars are definitely articulated because the wheels that are attached in between them.
And yeah, I was thinking, I know the thing behind them is what powers them up, but you would think the diesels themselves could go ahead without even having something extra behind them. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's because the diesel engines that you see on those trains, they are equipped with head and power electricity.
And you would think that like any other modern day diesels from the 80s and 90s when they had that look,
Yeah, because all trains that we see on Amtrak are always equipped with head and power. Because back in the day when old streamlined diesel engines and electric engines, they were once equipped with steam heated power for older passenger equipment.
Indeed.
Right.
All right, then I think I might want to consider this. I'm getting weird comments on some of my videos who are like, just repeatedly, and I'm just thinking to myself,
Oh yeah, have you seen pictures and videos about the Via Rail of Canada?
the what?
Via Rail. It's a Canadian passenger railroad company that is like similar to Amtrak.
Not quite. Okay. All right, Connor and Astro, I'll leave you guys to it. I've got to actually get going because my lads are waiting for me right now. I've kept them waiting for too long.
All right
Catch
then.
you guys at a later time, all right?
Take it easy, man.
Catch you later.
See ya.
See you, lads.
Oh,
Okay,
that
so
was a lot of fun, isn't it? Just the two of
indeed
us
it
then.
was. Well, can't go wrong there.
Yeah.
I gotta admit though, dude, how did you make that avatar? I like that.
Well, actually, I've actually just drew the character myself because it was actually a real animated series of a cartoon character of this picture you see here.
You think you could actually send me that? That actually looks cool.
Yeah, there's a Japanese animated series about Astro Boy himself. You can find the one that's from the 1963 era, 1980s, 2003, and the 2009 movie.
Where'd you find the one that you got now?
Well, basically, I just used some of all the fan arts about Astro Boy by using the artwork to draw this that you see on the profile pic.
Do you think you could actually send me that picture? That actually looks so cool.
Sure thing. I'm just gonna go to Discord and then try to send you those.
Sweet, dude. Oh, can't wait. I finally am free for the rest of the week, but I'm probably going to be busy throughout Thursday. Like I've had no problem whatsoever being free throughout the rest of the week. It's just I didn't expect to be busy throughout Thursday tomorrow. Oh, my friend Adam is here. Oh, snap. See, I don't think you've ever met him, but the person I'm about to bring on is Adam M Prductions. Let's just say he's one of my good friends. I think you'll like to meet him.
All right then. Sorry that you couldn't even hear me while I was talking. The mic cut off when I was going onto a different app.
That's okay. I understand. I get that issue a lot. You're not the only one. Okay, let's bring Adam on.
Hello.
Adam!
Hey, Connor.
Howdy, partner.
Howdy.
So, proper introductions are supposedly needed. So, Astro Boy, this is my friend Adam. Adam, this is Astro Boy. He's one of my friends I met during his friend King Fan 701's live stream.
Hello.
Hello, Astro boy.
How are you doing?
I'm doing quite good.
That's good. I was just gonna show Connor one of my pictures that you see on my profile pics because he is very interested in seeing it.
Oh,
So I'm just gonna go find the picture and send it to him on Discord because if I like leave while the mic and no, let me get this straight. So if I ever hop off Google Chrome that I am using for joining on the stream, it would basically disable the mic itself, but I can hear you guys talk.
oh,
So I'll be able to go on Discord and then share the picture to
Kitty.
Connor right now.
Sweet dude.
yeah.
Molly, come here, kitty.
I also have Discord.
Kitty, come here. Come here, Molly. Come here. Yeah, no shock. She's nearby right now. She's being a little stubborn.
Yeah.
Come here,
But
Molly.
it isn't the first time that's happened.
I hear it. Oof. Like, come here, kitty. Come here. Come here, kitty. Come here. Hey, no scratching. No scratching. There we go, kitty. Got some friends that want to see you. Okay. Kitty, don't move. Be a good girl. Yeah, so here's my
Found
baby girl.
That's really cute.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I'm sure.
goodness.
This is my
Aw.
kitty cat, Molly.
Hi, Molly. How you
Hello,
doing?
Molly.
Funny
Hello.
story, Astro. Her original name was supposed to be Aurora because she slept like Sleeping Beauty, but we just went with Molly instead, huh, baby?
Oh.
Aw.
How old is she now?
She's actually 10 years old.
Oh.
10 years old?
Yep.
Oh. Also, I've sent you the picture. Same one as like you see on my profile pic.
Okay, hang on. Oh, stupid.
What is it?
Yeah, my phone. I swear to God, my phone's being stupid. Oh, wow, that's
your time.
really cool.
Show it to Adam.
Hang on, I'm gonna try and save it to my phone. There we go. That's saved. That's his picture right there.
Ah, that's cool. It's just like his profile picture.
I know, right? It's
Yeah.
absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, Adam, on my channel, I'm gonna be planning on creating a train series of my very own called it's called the Missouri Valley Railroad.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and on the railroad, I would be using like steam power, diesel power, and electric power, like three motive power of engines in the fleet.
Right.
That's a pretty good mixture.
Yeah.
Actually, Adam here is actually going to have me star in one of his videos for a voice casting.
Yep.
Really?
He needs me to voice James.
Oh, and speaking of voices, I was thinking that right after the line where Jane says when Gordon was sick at the works, I'm thinking of a moment that Gordon pops up on screen, and that's when he says, "Oh, the indignity."
We always hear that line every time.
Oh, the indignity.
Oh, and here, let me show you something on my camera. This is the electric locomotive that I got on the collection.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, this is actually the Black Mesa and Lake Powell Railroad of the E60CF built by General Electric.
Oh.
Sweet.
Yeah. And
Also,
surprisingly, only one of these engines had survived and is now preserved.
Oh.
wow.
That's really. It's a good thing.
I don't know
Yeah.
what must have happened to Adam, but I was gonna have Trackmainamatt join, but he tried to join earlier while there was me, Kane Fan 701, Astro here, and some other guy that I think Kane might know too well, but
Yeah.
he was gonna join, but somehow he got cut off and stuff, and he didn't come on. I wonder what happened.
Not sure.
Oh yeah, and I've also got another version of the E60 class of electric locomotives in America. I've got Amtrak's E60.
My mother's actually been fascinated with the Amtraks.
Oh.
Yeah, in fact, they were responsible for saving all the passenger networks from all other railroads across America.
Right. Well, I mean,
That's
you have
cool.
to look at it this way. I mean, it wasn't the whole railway system before the diesels weren't just all diesels. There was always steamies too. Though they sadly got scrapped during the 1960s.
Yeah,
What a
Yeah.
shame.
it is. I really can't believe that EMD was the one that started it developing diesel locomotives to every railroad across America, which is basically what they told the other companies that they would be cheaper to maintain and more reliable than steam.
Well, regardless what power the engines are usually being powered by, it doesn't matter who's reliable and whatnot, as long as they're really useful and can also
And
contain
they're
the
reliable.
strength and powerfulness. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah, and not only
And
that, I did hear in the history documentary that the Norfolk and Western was the only railroad that still continued to operate steam into the 1960s.
Right. Well, I mean,
Wow.
think back to when Thomas was still around before the 1960s. The future of the E2s did not even look so bright because by 1965, all of the E2s were scrapped. Not a single one exists to this day.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's very
it's a shame.
unfortunate.
So, unfortunately, our number one has not been able to be seen in real life for a long time.
Yep.
Yeah.
I-
And speaking about Thomas, have you seen a documentary video about how the Strasburg Railroad first opened the Day Out with Thomas events?
Yeah, I think I heard about that.
I think I heard about it too.
Yeah, when they first published it out, and they actually did a first run on Thomas the Tank Engine when he was being pushed by a diesel because he was not being finished yet because he's missing some side rods for the cylinders,
Yeah, I
and
remember.
his face was unfinalized.
I have to laugh too. When I was younger, I went for a day out with Thomas ride as well. Because this was when my mother's mom was still with us back then when this happened. But funny story, we actually we were shown by a tour guide to a little spot where it's going to be an explosive demolition derby. They had us standing behind some police tape that they had on spare duty. And funny story, there were literally like these 3 sheds. What? No, 4. There was 4 sheds. Literally 4 sheds. They were all made of wood and stuff. And the people that had the tour guide bring us to them thought it would be a good idea to do a demo and explode them. Oh boy!
Oh man!
Wow.
Dang! Too much of that explosion caused a lot of dust, and soon enough, me, my mother, and her mother got absolutely filthy.
Oh wow!
when we got home, it took almost the whole water from our shower to actually fully clean us off. We were severely covered in dust.
That's really
Oh,
bad.
man.
I
Oh
mean,
yeah, and ever since the time when the Strasbourg Railroad was attempted to make a boiler test on Thomas, something terrible happened when they gave it a first boiler test.
what the hell happened?
What is it?
Okay, so you know about the heat from the smoke box, right? Like you can actually feel the heat from it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so when Thomas's face was installed on the smoke box,
Yeah.
the eyeballs in Thomas's face melted from the heat of the smoke box.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh.
Yeah, from what I've always known, that what they use on the eyeballs, they're using some like flammable materials that causing them to melt.
That would explain why they melted. From the heat, because of the heat from the smoke box, that would have caused the flammable stuff that they used to make his eyes. That would explain why they melted.
Yeah.
Exactly. But thankfully, the Strasbourg Railroad have managed to fix that by changing like his face to a better one. And today, we actually see him that he actually talks and moves his eyes.
I know, that's kind of cool. It's like they modernized him a bit like that. I kind of like that style of him. It's amazing.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
a good thing.
And they also created some the other dummy units of Thomas the Tank Engine. Like those dummy units couldn't move because they were required to be pushed by a diesel engine at the back end of the train.
Oh.
And same goes for Percy too.
Yeah.
Oh, funny story. Actually, right before, like, when we got dropped off at the place where the tour guide was waiting for us, funny story, when we were waiting for that tour guide to begin our little tour spot, we actually were waiting on her, like, while our train was getting ready to go turn around to bring us back where we got brought to the first time, and we ended up me and my mother literally ended up seeing a class shape of Henry. Let's just say Henry's Black 5 real life shape style of him actually flew right by us while we were waiting for our tour guide.
Oh.
Really?
So let's just say I got to see Henry for the first time when I was younger.
That's cool.
Do you want to know what's my favorite type of a gear-powered locomotive?
What?
What is it?
The Shay.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, the Shay locomotives are definitely one of my favorite type of gear-powered steam locomotives.
That's cool.
And the most favorite of all the Shays would definitely be the largest Shay ever built in 1945 for the Western Maryland Railroad.
Well, Henry, go figure. If I think back carefully on Henry's history, Henry was not a Black 5 when he first came to Sodor. Henry was a mix between two different type of engines, both becoming parts of the LNER when the four railways merged.
Oh.
You probably remember that too, don't you remember, Adam? Henry was not a Black 5 throughout the years when he came to Sodor.
Yeah, he wasn't. That's before he had his shape change.
Because that was right before he had his accident with the flying kipper. Henry was not the same shape I recall.
Nope, he wasn't.
Yeah, mostly because of his maybe it's because of his firebox design, the way he was built at.
Right, because as far as it went, Henry was a mix between an A1 Pacific and a C1 Atlantic.
Oh.
That's what I found. And the new design of the Atlantics back then had a small firebox, and that's the main reason why he and his class did not even fail after almost 3 years of service when they first came to Sodor.
Oh.
I mean, go figure. He couldn't hold trains well, true, but mainly he lost his strength due to the lack of steam he had.
Yeah, because the firebox he had couldn't produce enough heat.
With Welsh coal, he was a different engine.
Yep, like Satopho had said, it was expensive, but Henry must have had a fair chance.
So James was sent to get some. Boy, was he not too happy.
Yep, you know his reaction whenever he has to pull goods trains.
He's like, a goods train? I say! Typical James.
Yep.
But then he got excited that one time in Journey Beyond Sodor when he had that very important goods train to take to the mainland before Thomas stole it.
Yeah.
Well played, Thomas. Well played.
Definitely.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that was so
Oh
fun.
yeah, and another word terms like if you have to say like goods trains, it's actually another word for freight train in the U.S.
Right.
Yeah. I do have something to show.
I can't lie though, when Henry was in his old shape before he got his Black 5 shape, God, I felt bad for that poor great green engine. Oh,
Yep, I don't blame him.
dude,
Yeah.
he was in bad shape when he had his flying kipper accident.
Yep. You could
I know what you mean.
If
In
I
the
can
aftermath.
calculate 24.
Oh yeah, I've also got an HO scale Braz of the Western Maryland Shea Big Six that is still in operation at the Cass Scenic Railroad today.
Oh.
Holy smokes!
Yeah, it's
Just-
actually the last surviving of the largest Shea ever built in the 1940s.
Wow. I just found something out on my calculator because I know Henry was built in 1919. So, funny story. I just did calculating 2024 minus 1919. Henry ended up turning 105 years old this year.
Wow.
Dang!
That's a long time he's been around.
Damn. Oh, wait, 1922. That was the year Gordon was built.
Yeah.
Oh, he's way behind Henry. Oh my God, 102.
Oh my gosh!
Damn.
I do have some HO scales items.
Wait, how old is Edward?
I think maybe a little bit older than Gordon and Henry, but
18.
we'll see.
I had to think carefully because I knew Edward was built back then right before James. No, wait, was he? No, James was built way before Edward was.
Oh man!
James was actually built in 1889. I found it out on Google one day.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's really
So
cool.
Edward is 128 this year. 18.
OMG.
Also, Connor, I send you those three pictures of the X10A tank engines that the Canadian National Railroad used to own.
Okay, hang on. I'm about to take a look. Oh wow, that's cool.
What
Yeah,
is it?
these three tank engines are the only survivors.
I'm surprised.
Look, he's gonna show it to you, Adam.
Oh.
Those in the picture you see right there is a
Yeah.
Class X10A tank engine that was used on the Canadian National Railroad in Canada.
Wow.
And these trains were only being used for commuter train services across in Canada.
Oh.
So
In
just
total, they can actually pull 4 passenger cars.
wow.
That's impressive.
So now that I'm thinking about it, because of how James was built in 1889 before Edward was built, he's actually older than Edward.
Wow.
Wow.
Believe it or not, 135 years old.
Oh man.
When I first saw that, I was like, what the hell?
Oh yeah, have you heard about this? Like the fastest 440 American type that was used for the New York Central Railroad, number 999.
I think so, yeah.
I think so.
It was one of the fastest locomotive ever built for the New York Central. It went on 112.5 miles per hour.
Holy smokes!
Wow.
Yep, and it pulled the famous flagship of its passenger train called the Empire State Express.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah,
But later in the 1930s, the Empire State Express was like completely streamlined ever since the New York Central Hudsons were built with streamlined designs.
I don't know if you guys could recall too, but go figure, Spencer did used to boast about how he was the fastest instead of Gordon.
Well, he would be surprised when he figured
Yeah,
out
well,
who
we always
actually
note that
was.
the Mallard was the fastest one of the A4s.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
126 miles per hour.
Yep. But Flying Scotsman's top speed, 100 miles an hour.
He
Just
beat
like
it.
City,
Yeah. Man,
just like
every speed records has always been broken to see which one is the fastest train ever.
I mean,
Yep.
trust me, you're not wrong.
Yep. Records have been shattered a lot of times.
Yeah, you're not kidding. I mean,
You also heard about the Japanese bullet trains, right?
oh yeah, those yeah.
Yeah, I heard about them.
My favorite kind of the series of the bullet trains that Japan used to own is called the Zero series. They were the first bullet trains to be ever built in Japan since 1964.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And there's so many kinds of different designs that they ever use when they built any kind of bullet trains in Japan.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, and just to be clear to tell you about every Japan's rail network, like you could see many trains with different colors. That's because the colors that they have been wearing is actually can tell you what name is the line of each train that is operating on.
Well, I can't lie too. When I first found out that there were a few colors that Flying Scotsman was receiving, I immediately fell in love with them. Especially my favorite one being apple green from the LNER.
Oh.
I see.
Yeah, that was my most absolute favorite. My absolute favorite.
Oh yeah. Did you know you've heard about Amtrak's Auto Train, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you this, but there's this one time that the original company called the Auto Train Corporation once existed at 10 years.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Yeah, it first actually started in probably in the 1960s when it was like formed like in 1969. And 2 years later, they got their very own train in 1971, same year when Amtrak first opened to the public.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and Amtrak was always having a rough start because they wanted to try to compete Auto Train to make their own kind of train called Auto Rack.
Wow.
Oh.
Well, Auto Track is my bad. Yeah, because
Okay.
but ever since at the time when Amtrak tried to start that service, it was having some issues, and Amtrak was not satisfied with it.
Wow.
Okay.
But at the time, when years later, there were 3 accidents of 3 auto trains that have been involved in 3 accidents.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's a lot of trains that have been derailed.
Indeed.
Yeah, that led to Autotrain having some difficulties to try to see if there are any available trains that they have. But they were having difficulty since they didn't raise enough money to try to purchase more train cars and locomotives.
Oh, dear.
Oof.
So at that time, Autotrain fell into bankruptcy and it was closed down in 1981. But 2 years later, one of Amtrak's president believed that Autotrain would be restored to its great glory, that they would purchase the rights of the Autotrain name in 1983. And soon, Amtrak's Autotrain came to reality.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
And they still continued on the legacy of what Autotrain once left behind. And you can actually find some HO scale train sets of the Autotrain.
Neat.
Interesting.
Yeah, you can find some from Bachmann, Athearn, as well as Atlas.
Speaking of Bachmann, I have a few Bachmann items.
Oh,
What
wow.
kind of engines do you have from Bachmann?
Oh, I have. Let me.
I think you could probably turn on your camera and show us. That would have been nice.
Yeah. All right.
All right, let's see.
Okay, there we go.
Here's one of them.
Oh, you got Thomas the Tank Engine!
I've always wanted him!
Oh, I've always wanted to get Thomas. Oh, I really wanted it so bad.
Me too.
Not only Thomas.
No.
Wait. What's that? Toby! Oh my gosh.
And I have 2 diesels.
What did you get?
Ooh, who would they be?
Paxton!
Paxton!
I'm pretty sure, I'm going to guess the other one is probably either Harry, Bert, or Diesel. Diesel!
Diesel! Devious Diesel.
I do have one more.
Oh my god. Who is it?
Oh my goodness. I'm going to be so excited.
So am I. Percy!
That is so cool. And oh dear, my phone is now dropping to 1% when it's plugging on the charger. I think StreamYard is killing my battery.
Oh dear.
Ooh.
Oh, that means looks like I'm gonna have to hop off and let my phone recharge and cool off.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
All right then. I'll let you know when it cools off and fully recharged. So see you guys later.
See ya, man.
All right. See ya.
Okay. There we go.
All right. So it's just the 2 of us again.
Like it always is.
And I forgot to bring this up before, but I have 4 pieces of rolling stock.
Oh.
This one goes with Percy.
The mail car.
This one goes with Toby.
Henrietta.
And both of these go with Thomas.
Annie and Clarabelle. Dude, you're so lucky right now. I've always wanted those. Oh my goodness. Where did you find them?
I got those off of Amazon.
How much did they cost you?
the rolling stock, it wasn't that expensive, but the engines themselves, they were pretty darn expensive.
Like how much are we talking?
Let me go over to see. Let's see. Okay. All right, I looked up on Amazon and I found some prices. Thomas currently right now is, the set itself is $132.92.
Oh wow.
Percy
Oh, I
is
forgot to ask Astro how he made the background of his profile picture green.
probably I think it's probably that the character that he used probably was transparent, since characters are transparent background, and he might have added green to it.
Let me
Which,
see if I can find it on Google that I might be able to help. Fan art.
still going on with the Bachman prices, Percy itself, just like the character itself, the Bachman one is $76.83.
Wait a minute. How come he's lower than Thomas?
I think it's because Percy doesn't have any rolling stock, and it doesn't have any tracks.
How much would Thomas be without his coaches?
Well, discounting the coaches and the tracks, it's only $80.16.
I could try to look into him and Percy. But doing separately on the rolling stock, how much would I be looking at for Percy's mail cars and Thomas's coaches?
If you go for Percy's mail car, it's only for about like $30.
But adding an extra one would make more than that.
Yeah.
But Thomas's coaches shouldn't be that expensive too, should they?
I'm quite sure they aren't.
Animated. Oh, come on, you stupid phone.
Oh, I did find a Clarabelle coach by itself,
Oh, wow.
and that's only $25.
Oh, wow. So all we gotta do is just find Annie. Animated fan art pics. Why is my phone not working?
I ain't sure.
I don't even know how to spell anime.
I think I'm. And
Hang on. Let me ask
You're-
my iPhone. I think it knows. Hey Siri, how do you spell anime?
Ademi.
Wow.
This is. I know. Here's how you spell anime.
I know the first two are A and D.
Oh, it's actually ANI. Just telling you.
Anime fan art. Oh wow, yeah, now I got it.
And if you're looking for Annie by itself, you'll likely find him on Amazon for about $21.84.
Oh wow. That's something I did not know.
You've always wanted some Bachman trains?
Yep.
I'm honestly quite surprised how you and Astro Boy reacted when I showed Thomas.
Well, couldn't say nothing. I've always wanted to own him. Plus, go figure. I've always thought about getting him.
That's cool.
So, how have you been since you came back from vacation?
I've been doing pretty good.
Ooh, my friend Blaine the Cool wants to join. Let me send him the link.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Now we just gotta wait for him.
And I want to show off another thing. Which, this is honestly quite a rare item. Even more than, just as much as Oliver. This one.
The Winnie the Pooh train. Oh my goodness. That's kind of sick, dude.
Yep. I'm honestly quite surprised that he was in the Tomy Clayro form.
Trust me, I understand that too well. That sun is so bright. I gotta shut my camera off. Oh,
Yeah.
Blaine the Cool is here. All right.
Awesome.
Let's bring him on.
Hello.
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 Pleasure to have you.
What?
I said
It's
it's a
been-
pleasure to have you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pleasure to be here.
I'm glad.
Yep.
Oh.
Glad.
What have you been up to?
And I figured I would just stop by.
I hear you.
Yeah.
So how's y'all's day been?
It's okay.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Been keeping myself busy throughout. As far as it goes, I've been keeping myself completely busy thanks to me working for the last 2 days of
Yeah.
the week.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw them
no.
car videos.
Yeah, I got 2 new ones up on my channel, but I am actually going to be starting season 2 Friday of my in-depth tour videos, actually.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, so as of Friday this week, I'm actually going to be starting it. So I basically have got 2 quick starter videos in the playlist so far for season 2. Just got to get ready to fully start this on Friday.
Nice.
That's cool.
And trust me, I cannot wait. Once this starts, ooh, this is going to be fun.
And I can't wait to see your new channel and your new intro and outro in the videos.
Yeah, thankfully, I have an app now that could actually help me put them on my videos.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I figured out I figured out which app to use. Well, there's actually 2 I use. I use Intro Maker to make my outro and intros. I also use CapCut to put them on my videos.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I
it's pretty
know.
neat.
Oh, wow.
What is it?
I just cracked 168 subs.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Dang it, I am so close to 170. So close. Come on, people. 2 more subs.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on. Bring
I
it.
tell my
Yeah.
grandma to
Come on.
subscribe.
Yeah. I subscribe to your channel too, Connor.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, I like the profile picture, Adam.
Thanks. I drew this.
Yeah, he actually made that. Little did you know, he actually made that.
I had no clue.
Yeah, I actually had mine made too, but I asked a friend of mine to actually do that. Let's say the friend of mine who I know that made that for me was actually one of my old classmates back in my high school days. He made that for me, actually.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I
that's cool.
know.
And your logo kind of reminds me of Madeline Farms' logo, but with different letters.
Yeah, you're not kidding. I couldn't help it. His just looks so cool. I even showed it to my classmate. His name is Jack, but I showed it to him and he got the idea, and he turns out he had it on the web. He had the same thing on the website. He was actually he was using to make his own, and he made that for me.
Hey, I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Go ahead.
English is Spanish.
English?
Whoever moves first is gay.
What?
Huh?
Whoever moves first is gay.
How can we even show that we're moving? Our cameras are off.
Turn your camera on.
Gee, I don't think that's gonna happen. Because I mean, all I just want to do is just on this live stream is just have our cameras off, chit chat as much as we can, and then
Yeah. I saw you turn your camera on in that live stream. Caught you
Yeah.
red-handed.
the truth was never spoken.
Yep.
But as far as I see it, I am not worried about things at this point. I'm just glad that I have everything I need. Basically, just enjoying my week, and then also just going to be enjoying the days that I'm off, which is basically starting this evening, then tomorrow until Sunday.
Oh.
Because Sunday, it's my day before I have to get ready to go back to work on Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try and dig into this as much as I can before it's actually too late.
Yeah. Gotta make the most of it.
Indeed.
Oh.
What's going on?
Oh, nothing. Just Blank the Cool is off the stream.
Oh,
Not so sure why.
neither do I. I don't know either.
Plus, I'm almost done with the Green Eggs and Ham video.
Cool. So after that, we can actually start getting ready for our video.
Yeah.
I still got to get those. We still got to work on those phrase lines for me to do for James.
And since I planned on having Gordon appear for a moment, would you like to voice Gordon?
Sure.
Because I know he's one of your favorite characters.
Yeah. Oh, Blaine's back. He's backstage again. Bring
Oh.
him back on. There we go. What happened, dude?
My grandma found down the stairs.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Oh no. Oh man, I'm sorry.
Can't believe that happened, dude.
It's okay. She's okay.
That's a relief.
Yep.
He's still on the floor, but it's okay.
Well, as long as he gets help up, no problem is needed.
Absolutely.
I'm hypnotizing you.
Hey?
Huh?
Hypnotize. You are not alone.
Okay.
You are not alone. You are not alone.
Hey?
Huh?
I'm behind you.
What?
Fuck.
Hey, that's a bad word.
So what? I'm allowed to cuss.
That's cool. Me too.
Because I'm an adult.
I'm an adult too.
I don't think so.
I'm 20 years old.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm born in
I'm still a-
2004. 204, bro. 2004. I'm 20
You're
years
still
old.
you still sound like you're young, bud. No offense, but you still sound like it.
That's whatever. You sound young too. You sound at least 10.
Excuse me?
What
What?
happened? What happened?
What did you just say to me?
What happened? It was a hiccup.
That did not sound like a hiccup to me.
That was a
What did you
hiccup.
just say?
That was a hiccup. You
I
called me.
think
You
he-
called me young.
I think he said that you just sound like 10.
Don't.
Gosh.
How dare he? Wow.
What is it?
That was just rude.
Yeah. I heard him clear. Loud and clear.
How dare he?
Yeah.
Also, now he's trying to stick up saying he was kidding and that I called him young. So what? He still sounds like it. It does not. Oh, he's trying to join again. No. Not after what he just said to me. That was just rude.
You're not giving him any chances, are you? I mean, my voice is honestly deeper, and that's a sign that I'm not young either. But
Yeah.
still,
Trust me, my voice is younger, is lower as well. So there's no way, there's no way my voice is like high pitch. His,
Yeah.
on the other hand, is high pitch. And he
My-
keeps trying to join. Like, no, I'm not gonna let him back in.
are you putting that? Are you putting what you're typing in the private chat or in the comments?
Now I'm putting something in the chat. I'm telling him to stop. Stop trying to join, dude. It's not cool. Yo, this boy, I swear.
It's
I
not
can't ban-
okay.
I cannot ban him because it's going to request him to log in.
Man.
This boy, I swear. Dude, stop.
Honestly, when he started, when he called you that, I had a weird feeling about him.
What the hell? My God, this boy's not going to stop. God damn it. Oh my god.
What is it? Is he
He's
still
back
trying
again.
to get on?
Stage again. I just dropped my phone.
I'm not so sure how to even stop him from getting on there.
It's one of his parents didn't even hear what he actually said to me.
That's the final straw to get him out.
He's not coming back. I swear he's not.
Nope.
Who's Goku? Who is that?
I don't know.
I'm not gonna let them come in either. Blaine, stop it! I can't ban him because it's gonna request him to log in. My god. He's trying to say I'm sorry. Yeah, right. It was rude. Oh, come on. No. Now my computer's all glitched. God damn it. How did I just lose? There we go. Oh, now he's admitting that he's young.
Until now he is.
I'm like, what the hell?
Because if you think Connor is young, that's wrong.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, Trackmainamatt's here.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Quit it, Blaine.
Oh, Hello.
Hello, Matt.
Matt, hello.
Glad you could join.
How you doing, guys?
How's it going, partner?
We're doing
all right.
good.
I'm good. Really.
Yeah.
Quit
Hmm? What's going on?
Nah,
Blame
there's
the
a
cool
kid that
song.
keeps trying to.
Yeah.
There's a
Who's
kid
trying
that's
to-
trying to join in, and it's he's bugging me to join in. I don't want him in because he was just rude to me after I let him in a few minutes ago before you came.
Yeah.
What's going on? Who?
Because blame the cool somebody else who joined the live stream before you, Matt.
Uh-huh.
Well, he called him young, which that's honestly rude.
Because there's no way I sound young. Like, are you kidding me? No, my voice is like super low. There is no way.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
like so rude and disrespectful.
It's like, what were you thinking, man?
I know it's honestly ridiculous and hurtful.
Is it exotic? No, it's tuner. Okay. There we go.
Oh, so now he's calling me a dummy. Oh no, he's not.
Oh,
Okay.
He's saying no. He's literally saying though it's a compliment. Yeah, right. That is not a compliment. And he's
That's
calling me
just
a dummy. Nah.
yeah. This is why you're not letting him out. That's why you're not
I'm
allowing him.
I'm not engaging with that.
I'm not gonna argue with you on that. Yeah, definitely not gonna.
Me neither. And you just put LOL in the chat.
Okay.
Oh, this boy. How am I going to enjoy this with you three if he's just going to keep annoying me?
This is why I sometimes keep the live chat off on my streams. Yeah, that's why I keep the live chat off sometimes. Oh, yes. Oh,
Now I got rid of him.
That's a good thing.
I just banned him from the comments, but he's still trying to join.
This is why I also don't give out my stream links publicly.
I know not to do that because I know that'll upset you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh wait, I didn't. Wait, hang on. Where am I going with this? I gotta try it with a car first.
Because I mean, Matt, trust me, I have the utmost respect for you, dude. I
Thank
do.
you.
I do too.
Like, if anyone tries to make you mad, you could be sure full well I will go after them.
I think when
Something ain't right here. Yeah, something ain't right with that. Yeah, it's popping up twice when it shouldn't be. All right, I'm doing something with Need for Speed again for whatever reason. When I added something to the game, it's not. It's it's working, but one of the things that I did for it is like it's really hard to describe without like actually showing it. Long story short, I have it set so that a wheel that I added to the game appears, but for both the front tire, front rim, and rear rim options. But for whatever reason, it's appearing twice in the front rim option. So the way I added it is probably the way I added it is probably going haywire.
Right.
That explains why it's not letting me do it because I'm running this. Shoot. Okay.
What happened?
No, I'm running a scan to recover files on the thing, and because I'm doing that, it's not letting me load anything.
Oh dear.
We're lost. Reconstructed pictures.
Well, I mean, I gotta look at it this way as well. When he called me young, I can't say nothing because he kept thinking that my voice was like high pitched.
But his voice was high pitched too.
Yeah, but there's like you guys can literally like hear my voice right now. It's not high pitch.
No.
Yeah. Not at all.
It could easily get that way when I get severely mad and I just want to be on the verge of screaming. But that's it.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure you guys get the picture of what I mean.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I may have already showed you the Bachman items, Connor, but I'm gonna show them to Matt.
Yeah, he's got some Bachman trains now.
Oh, nice.
Here they are.
Oh, nice. I have Thomas as well.
Here's another one. Percy.
Oh, nice. So it was Thomas, Toby, and
He's got Henrietta, the male
Oh, he's got
course.
Percy as well. That's another one I have.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
he's got Annie and Clarabelle. He's got the male cars. He's got Henrietta.
Here's
Nice.
an-
Oh, nice. I don't have Paxton yet. That's cool.
Oh, I forgot to mention he's got Paxton as well.
Yeah.
and Diesel.
Oh, nice. That's another one I don't know or don't have rather.
I honestly didn't know that Paxton had a Bachman release either.
Yeah, neither did I. Well, actually, I think I actually did know. It's just that I vaguely noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he came out throughout the year that when I was still getting used to cars, and I found out back then that the Chevrolet Silverado came out with the new trim called the Trail Boss.
Okay.
I got
Oh.
hypnotized on that when Paxton came out back then.
All right.
Not gonna lie, it was a bit of a shock.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah. I'm just not surprised at this point because of how most people like to what's the word I'm looking for? Literally losing my head. I hate it when I do that.
Yeah, it's like when you're trying to say something and then you forget what you're gonna say.
Exactly.
That happened.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have to laugh too.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been able to make a live stream ever since I started working. Ever since I started working July 1st, I've been extremely busy throughout Monday and Wednesday. I've been busy throughout the week, so I started work basically. And yet I wonder why I haven't been able to make a live stream until the days I got free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was quite nuts. I mean, I still recall making those live streams with you guys before the day when I actually started work on July 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember those.
Was it July 1st I started? No, I switched. No, I backed it up to where I said it was July 8th instead. My bad. Oh my god. Dude, I'm so brain dead at the moment. It's not funny. Oh my god.
I got what you're saying.
Yeah.
I hate it when that happens. It annoys the hell out of me.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. But yeah, I can't lie. It's been a while since I last talked to you both. Ever since Adam came back from vacation, I started getting my days off from work being Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And been a while since I last talked to you, Matt, because you kept getting cut off with work, which it's okay. I fully understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand too.
I'm so excited for the video once you're done with the green eggs and ham video.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
Because we need the first lines and stuff, and hell, well, you should be good.
Yep.
So, as far as I understand, Adam's going to be voicing Thomas. Matt, he said you can do Percy.
Okay.
And you were gonna voice James.
And Gordon.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's going to be a spot where Gordon pauses in and he goes with his favorite catch tone. Oh, the indignity.
Yep.
Yeah.
how did that ever become his favorite catchphrase?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I guess we'll never know until we find the answer. I mean, I can't say nothing either, too. I've been extremely busy Tuesday this week because what had happened was throughout 2 a.m. until 6 a.m. in the morning, I kept noticing, too, that I was due to have a power outage from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. Tuesday, from Monday night into Tuesday morning, which killed me because I kept getting up on and off. It kind of screwed me over on my sleep hours. It kind of screwed me over.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yep.
I haven't been able to sleep for the last 2 nights from last night into this morning, and yeah, it kind of screwed me over.
I gotcha.
It, like I said,
Yeah.
it just goes to prove I got screwed over.
Mm.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm I'm not gonna lie. It's been something. Oh, did you Adam? Did you ever tell Matt about what I did to my 2 new videos that I have on my channel so far?
You mean your intro and outro?
Oh yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I finally got them both made and they're up and ready to go for my channel. I put them on my
Nice.
2 new videos when I had them uploaded.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Thanks to the help of CapCut that I was able to put them on there.
All right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Can't lie, that was amazing. And I still keep collecting car keys to this day, which I actually got my new one in the mail today.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So, turns out it came from one of my favorite car companies called Kia.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And here it is. It's Kia's switchblade key. It went to a Kia Sportage. Funny story.
All right.
Oh.
Funny story. The batteries actually still work in this thing.
Ah, nice.
And best of all, the blade pops
Yeah.
out.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
I love these switchblade keys. They're too fun. And for a while, for the longest period of time when I was younger, I had a Toyota Camry key that I had, but then I gave it to my former classmate, Jaden. So I figure, hell with it, I'll buy a spare for myself. And luckily, I came across one on eBay. Funny story, $20 for this little sucker.
That's pretty good.
Literally, there it is. Right there.
Nice.
And then I bought another switchblade key, but this time from General Motors. Buick.
Awesome.
The switchblade keys I collect, they're absolutely just fantastic. I collected a few more before I got the Buick one I've got with me right now. I basically collected an Acura switchblade key, a Kia Optima switchblade key, and I collected a Hyundai one, and I collected Nissan, Toyota, Ford, and funny story, I got one that was the older style one that went to the SUV from Porsche, the Porsche Cayenne. I got the Porsche Cayenne switchblade key from 2006 Found it on eBay. Funny story. You're not going to believe how much I ended up paying for it. Around 36 bucks. 36 bucks for something that came out of a company that is rich.
Wow.
When I saw that, I was like, what the hell? That's not like Porsche. That's not like Porsche to sell their Switchblade keys for something that cheap.
Yep.
Like, why?
Like, really?
I didn't realize until I got it, but the spring to control the blade is completely screwed up. Like, it'll turn it super slowly, and the button is like super stuck where the blade is always being flipped up to open and flipped down to close by my hand instead of using the button itself. Figured out mainly because that was all being included thanks to the key being all beaten up and stuff. Because the previous owner that had it before the seller sold the key to me must have taken a really beating to that key because that key was in bad shape when I bought it. Oof.
Hey guys, I'll be back in one moment. I'm not hanging up. I'm just muted.
Okay.
All right, then.
Man, I cannot believe I'm going to be super busy throughout Thursday tomorrow.
Yep.
And funny story because actually Friday I've actually got to go up to my workplace and pick up my paycheck. So Friday, as I said, Friday will be the start of season 2 of my full in-depth tour videos.
Yep, sure will.
Because it just so happens that I've actually got to run out and pick up my paycheck that day. So hell with it. I'll start it Friday.
Yeah.
And thankfully, 2 cars in the lot, all set and ready to go for me to film.
Awesome.
Yep, basically a Ford Taurus and my second ever Subaru Forester.
Ooh.
Yeah, because I've already got one on my channel, which happens to be a 2002 Subaru Forester, which, oh my god, that was the oldest Subaru I ever put on my channel.
Wow. Nice.
Because the other 2 Subarus that I put on my channel were like, how could race cars put it these days with the young racers, like rookies?
Oh, yeah.
Because I filmed 2 Subaru Outbacks so far, a 2009 Subaru Outback and a 2011 Subaru Outback.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, so I've got a total amount of 4 Subarus. But my next chance for the Subaru lineup are these 3 cars from Subaru. Basically, the Subaru Legacy and the Subaru Crosstrek.
Oh.
Those are my next 3 on Subaru's fleet. And if I'm ever lucky enough, I want to try and get the 2016 to 2017 model of the Chevrolet Equinox on my channel.
Ooh, nice.
Because I've already reviewed one Chevy so far with the LS trim, which happened to have been the Sonic. But if I can get the LT and the LS trims of the Equinox on my channel, that will just go to prove which engine would be better for the Equinox if I was to buy one. I know the answer too well, but I don't think my fans on YouTube know the answer.
Yeah.
Which, let's just say, I know the answer too well. Because trust me, I reviewed a 2013 Chevrolet Equinox LT with the engine that I know I would have gotten in mine if I was to buy one. Which actually happens to be General Motors 3.6-liter V6 with variable valve timing and intelligence.
Oh.
Yep. Let's just say those are the better engines to use because My boss actually spoke the truth about the engine that they put on the Chevy Equinox LS, the GMC Terrain, the Buick Regal, and the Buick Verano, which is General Motors 2.4-liter Ecotec 4-cylinder. Let's just say my boss actually said that engine literally sucks.
Whoa.
Like, it literally does nothing. Like, when you get a new battery, when you jumpstart your car, it'll make your car do nothing but shake when you start it.
Wow.
Ugh, I hate to have that happen on my car. Ugh.
That's for sure.
Yeah, just the thought of that, oof, just gives me the chills. Like, oof. But oh crap, we just lost Matt. Oh no.
I don't know what happened.
Oh no. But if I'm lucky enough, I have my mother and I looking into 2 sedans that have smart key access and push button ignition.
Oh, Matt said something in the chat. He said, "Gotta go, guys. I'm sorry. It was nice talking to you both."
Nah, that's cool, Matt.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I got you, man. Now, I'm not sure if my mother will be able to handle this engine because I know my boss said that this engine sucks. The 2.4-liter Ecotec 4-cylinder sucks, but I'm pretty sure my mother and I can handle it if we keep that car up with the maintenance. Which, her car is going to be this.
Oh, nice.
That is the 2014 Buick Verano Leather Group.
Awesome.
Wait till you see mine. Mine has the 1.8-liter turbo Ecotec 4-cylinder.
Awesome.
You see that all right?
Yeah, I could see it.
That is going to be mine, it's actually called the 2014 Chevrolet Cruze LT-RS Sport.
Ooh.
Yeah, hear me out. That is a bit of a mouthful, but I think you get the picture.
Yeah.
And when I also mentioned about the Equinox, yeah,
Okay.
that is going to be mine.
Okay.
Right there.
Oh, I have to go right now. My mom has some stuff to do.
Yeah, I should probably end this too, but before we go, I don't know if you can see it, but that's my Equinox if I can get it. You see it?
I think you should try to send it to me on Discord because I can only see the light.
Right. I'll try. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I should end this too. So So if anything, thank you all so much for seeing this. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to both mine and Adam's channels if you want.
Yeah.
And just have fun subbing and liking and commenting on this. And yeah, just so you all know, don't forget to subscribe.
Yep.
Hey, Adam, I will see you later, partner.
Yep. See you later, Connor.
Adios, everyone.
Peace.